Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today is April 26th, and right now we are looking at the infrared satellite imagery. You can see the low pressure center spinning off the coast of California. It has spread some thunderstorms back up across the region there yesterday. A little bit of a repeat here today, and then we'll take a look at what is to come. You can see we got some activity out over the Pacific Ocean. We have a frontal system will be swinging through as we go through the early portion of this week, and we'll take a look at what that will bring and what is going to come after that. I'm probably going to put an end to the dry, warm streak here across some of BC and Washington, no doubt, coming up through the early portion there. And we'll watch this activity here as this low continues to trudge across California and through the Intermountain West, impacting portions of Idaho and Oregon as it moves off to the east. Now, taking a look at where we are right now, you see we've got some low clouds entrenched across some of the Puget Sound I-5 corridor down towards Portland. Looks like the Oregon, Washington coast are socked in, but a lot of sunshine there across BC and some of the interior portions of Washington. You see Mount Rainier, the Cascades, there's Mount Baker. We got the mid-level clouds that brought the thunderstorm activity here across some of Oregon yesterday as well. So taking a look at where we are, SeaTac Airport here this morning, you can see that we're fairly well socked in. I mean, a lot of clouds out there right now, but this will be burning off on the day-to-day for the most part. You can see the planes taxiing around. You see the SeaTac tower to the left. So check out Rainier Aviation live stream if you would, if you want to check that out. Now, taking a look here at the Pacific Northwest Patreon page, California Weather Watch as well. I'll be posting daily updates here when I do, and this is a good way to support the channel if you like, so check it out. Now look at SeaTac yesterday, 71 degrees, actually hit 72 at my house, just off to the west, a little bit closer to the sound. But yeah, another very warm, nice day for Seattle. A little bit different story, again, across portions of Oregon. And that was our, fifth straight day with no precipitation. We're going to go probably a couple more, and then we're going to bring a frontal system in here. So we'll dive into those details here in a moment. Now, looking at the lightning activity over the last 24 hours, we actually did get a couple thunderstorms there across some of the southern Washington Cascades. Oregon Cascades got into the action, and southeast Oregon. And much of southern Idaho had some pretty robust lightning activity there yesterday. Let me update that because I think it's going to update. There we go. But yeah, we're going to do this again here, but this low is going to be impacting areas of Oregon, Idaho yet again today. And speaking of lightning detection systems, check it out. This one has a great one. It tells you how far the lightning strikes are from your house, and it'll even update your smartphone and whatnot, telling you there's lightning nearby or it started raining in your house. Very fun station. And I clicked on this link here. You can see the Cascade Locks is Washington-Oregon border, and you can see that it did pick up some of that lightning activity there yesterday, and you can kind of close that out, and you can look through all the data on these weather stations. It's very fun stuff, and you can broadcast this publicly, or you can keep it private if you like as well. Now, looking at the upper levels of the atmosphere at about 18,000 feet, 500 millibars. So you can see we've got this closed low, pretty much a closed low there across California, pushing off in towards the Intermountain West. And then we get a little bit of a transient ridge here as we go through Sunday night into Monday. And this is Tuesday's frontal system here. So that's probably going to bring an end to the dry streak for Seattle, relatively modest dry streak at that. But then in the wake of that, we may build the ridge back up again and remain fairly nice here as we go through the following week, and we'll revisit that on a daily basis, but that may not last for long because towards next week, and it looks like the Gulf of Alaska trough gets active again. It may start to spread some frontal systems back towards the Pacific Northwest, but again, we'll break that down day by day. So here we go through the day today. You can see the system across California, and as we go through this morning, probably the thunderstorms keeping across southern Oregon and Idaho, maybe some of the higher terrain of the Rocky Mountains up towards Montana. You can't rule out a few showers here across western Washington, and not western Washington. I should mention that's over the Olympic Mountains there and the Cascades. They're not expecting rainfall, for example, for SeaTac or Bellingham or Portland or anything like that as we go through the day today. So we go through tomorrow, some light showers, maybe some stray showers just hanging around as that system pushes off to the east. But you can see, again, as we go through Sunday into Monday, some of the higher terrain, the Rocky Mountains, Yellowstone, getting some snowfall as we go on towards Monday morning as well. And then quickly, the next frontal system is rolling in as we go through the day. Monday, going to be bringing a return of some clouds across the region. You see the precipitation pushing down as we go to Tuesday morning. More across BC and Washington versus Oregon. But it's going to be losing its punches that passes through Washington as well. And then in the wake of that system, a little bit of convergent zone activity, some residual showers on Wednesday morning. And then we bring another ridge coming in and this next slow-moving frontal system out there. We'll watch that over the next few days to see just how that is going to trend. Now, looking at lightning flash density potential, this is for today. This is the high resolution rapid refresh. That's what the HRRR stands for. The HRRR is just an abbreviation for the HRRR, HRRR. So if we put this into motion, you can see as we go through today, the thunderstorms get going again across southern Oregon, right up towards the Washington-Oregon border down there. And I'm going to drive out there for a soccer tournament today across the Tri-Cities. Not expecting thunderstorms there, but they might just be off to the south and east. And you see the Rocky Mountains of Idaho getting in on some of that action we go through tonight. You see the spin in the atmosphere right centered across Nevada there. And we go through Sunday, maybe a thunderstorm or two again across the higher terrain of Idaho, Montana, and portions of Yellowstone out there as well. So yeah, keeping lightning away from Seattle or Portland for today. Now, looking at the wind speeds here, I just want to kind of draw some attention to this. You see some of these squirrely winds going on with some of the thunderstorm activity today. But as this low starts to kick off, we're going to get some gusty east winds coming across the east slopes of the Cascades as we go through the evening hours today. You see that westerly surge coming through the Strait of Juan-Fuca, the Strait of Georgia. There's Chehalis Gap as well. And then we scroll all the way on in towards the day Sunday. We keep those gusty easterly winds going on all the way on in through Sunday night coming up there. Now, taking a look at total precipitation in inches. So there's the thunderstorm activity today, eastern Oregon, Idaho, and then you see the low spinning down there across some of the Intermountain West. And then as we go on in towards Monday and Tuesday, you see western BC, Vancouver Island, of course, are first. And then Seattle, as you go through Tuesday morning, start to pick up maybe a couple tenths of an inch rain, maybe a quarter of an inch. Not much making its way towards Portland there, and not much making its way east of the Cascades of Washington, Oregon for this next frontal system. And then we'll see what's to come after that. We're going to worry about that frontal system here over the next few days. If we look at the artificial intelligence, again, there's the low pressure center, the upper level low we're dealing with now. Transient ridge here as we go through the day Monday, and this just that wrinkle there. That's that frontal system on Tuesday. But then quickly the ridge builds in back behind that, so we might get a couple warm days out of that as well before the next frontal system arrives, probably towards the end of the week there, maybe towards the weekend. And then who knows, maybe we'll build another ridge the following week as well. Now, looking at the artificial intelligence, we know what's going on here short term, and we're looking at Tuesday's front right there, pushes through, and then we're seeing how quickly does that next frontal system get in here, probably bringing precipitation not till late Friday night or Saturday morning, and that could still change. You're still looking at over 150 hours out in the forecast, and maybe another weak frontal system there, and kind of playing that cat and mouse game between the ridging and the frontal systems through the extended forecast. We'll see how that turns out. And looking at the 15-day precipitation anomaly, you can see it's still below normal here as we go on in towards about May 10th or so, but above normal here, kind of a sharp cutoff there right across western British Columbia. Now, looking at today, this is the national blend of models. So it takes into account many different models, and it tries to give you an accurate picture of what the temperature is going to be today. Look at that. Tri-Cities up towards 80 degrees today. Seattle maybe up towards 70 again. And Portland not doing too bad as well. You can see Boise out there maybe up towards low 70s. And we go through Sunday, cooling things down a little bit here. Monday yet again. And then we go to Tuesday. Frontal system is swinging through. And then we bounce back Wednesday. Thursday, look at that, 74, maybe 80 for Portland, some mid-80s showing up for eastern Washington. Then we go to Friday. Saturday, as that next round of frontal system starts to move in, might cool us down again. Again, we'll worry about that later. Here's the 6 to 10 day above normal through May 5th. Kind of showing that additional frontal systems rolling through in this time frame. We'll see how that trends here over the next couple days as well. So anyway, I'm going to get on the road here. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Click like and subscribe. We will do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.